Hey friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G, and look how incredible these Marvel Legends look. This is the Joe Fixit Build-a-Figure set. This wave is pretty outstanding, as you can see right here for yourself. It's pretty awesome, and I can't wait to show you just how cool these action figures were to unbox. So guys, before we get started, if you've not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where in the world you are watching from, and give us a big thumbs up if you like Avengers or Marvel Legends or Super Channel G or all the above. So guys, what do you say we go ahead and get started right now?
What is up, Vince and Gigi?
Vince and Gigi, Super Channel G.
Super Channel G.
Gigi.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G.
Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi on Super Channel G.
So tight. Don't stop doing what you're doing.
Congratulations on all your success.
Congratulations on everything.
I will see you on the TV on Super Channel G.
God, is this great!
All right, friends, let's dive right on in. So welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G, and we're gonna do this Joe Fixit Build-a-Figure wave set of Marvel Legends. Let's see who's in here. So we have Iron Man, we have Captain America, we have Marvel's Falcon, we have Jocasta, we have Marvel's Kang, and we have Marvel's Thunderstrike. And so these look incredible. This was the hardest one to find. It was easy to find these two. Was able to find that one. These kind of lagged, and then that Kang was so hard to find. But let's get started. I'm really liking the idea of this Joe Fixit right here. So just a quick glimpse of what that looks like, because we're gonna take a look at the our first Build-a-Figure figure right here in Iron Man. Forgive me. And then you see right here what parts go to build the figure. So let's dive right on in. Let's set everything to the side, and let's get started with our Iron Man. So guys, thank you for being so patient with this. You've seen us hunting these, and we got so many of them at the beginning, but could not find that Kang the Conqueror. But now we have them all, and I don't want to delay any further. So this is Marvel Legends Iron Man, and this is from the GAMERVERSE. And look, this is the atmosphere armor, and look how cool it looks. Looks absolutely great. And it comes with the right arm for Joe Fixit, and it comes with an extra head accessories and other accessories, the two hands right here, and it looks so great. And of course it's the same box as the other ones that are from this game, so it's just the same art on both sides. And check out the back. Now I do have a little crease right here, oh well, but otherwise this is a gorgeous artwork. Look at this really cool action pose right here. And then again, here's the Build-a-Figure. We need 6. There's no lead off or standalone figure in this set, but it includes these all right here. And so this first one is going to have the right arm, and let's see what it says back here for Atmosphere Armor Iron Man. So that is Atmosphere Armor Iron Man. Tony Stark developed his cutting-edge atmosphere armor to defend the world against catastrophic threats. So that sounds exciting, super hyping me up. And I'm like, where, how are we gonna get this open? I guess we'll just use this. Perfect. That was easy. Let's pop them on out. Cool, look at that awesome Avengers logo in there. That looks great. Let's set that aside. And let's take a closer look. Look at this right arm for our Joe Fixit Build-a-Figure. And that's a great looking fist and thumbnail. Looks awesome. So we'll set it aside. But you know what? Look how big it is in comparison to our Iron Man. Pop him on out. And let's take a look at this swappable head. Wow, sorry, that almost went flying. There we go. Looks pretty good, actually. Look at that. Good sideburns. Nice little beard and goatee. And it reminds me of in the movie for Avengers Endgame where they were like, he had a hippie beard, and they were like, was that Mungo Jerry or Bee Gees? And like, definitely Mungo Jerry. So in the summertime. Here's the other fists, the other hands that we can swap out. They're fists, but I want to just leave these on because these look so cool. It looks like we might be able to put an accessory in there. Let me see. Is it hollow? Yeah, definitely looks so. Oh wait, all right. So let's see. This is a really good good head sculpt. The paint does bleed slightly, but I'm really digging this head sculpt. Let's see what sort of mobility we have. Now, I wish we were able to make this go back even further, but of course you see where it hits right there. Because I really like it when we can put it all the way up and go flying out like that, like in the movie. And also in the game. But otherwise, it's got, you know, decent but limited mobility. We can get it to go pretty far that way and this way. So the head looks good, the sculpt looks great, the color looks great, this metallic blue. We have an ab crunch right here that actually goes a lot further than it looks like it would. So that's cool. It does turn at the waist right here. And again, I'm loving this color and this sculpt. And I love how this looks like almost like metallic slime is housed in there. That's how it looks. Of course it's not, but that's cool. And let's see, the arms are limited by this top part right here. Look at that. So that limits the movement. You do go all the way around, and it has a nice solid feel to it. Let's see, it turns right here where the bicep is. And then we do have a double joint that does bring the arm in to about a 45-degree angle, roughly. And I'm really glad that we can move the fist all the way out so that, let's see, will the arm go all the way straight? No. So that's, I'm a little disappointed in that because we want to be able to give a strong pose with the arm straight out, with the hand back like this, but obviously nothing I can do about that. So if we could bring this down, that would look really cool and hold it. Look at that. Okay, so the arms are basically a mirror image of each other. And look at that, tiny details. But the elbow looks good, the metal looks good. I'm really digging this. And let's see what we got here for mobility for the legs. So we don't come to a full 90-degree angle for him to sit up, so he's kind of leaning back, and the legs are limited as far as how far they can go back right here. They do move on the high part of the thigh. Now this is it's nice and tight there. Let's see, this part's cool but a little bit pokey, and I was gonna say, does it limit? But no, it doesn't. So legs come in this far, which is really good actually, because you don't need him to have Spider-Man articulation. So push that back, push it here so you don't get pinched here, because look at that. That would be a nasty little pinch. And then these boots look great. There isn't amazing articulation because obviously that limits that, but it does go back and forth and feels pretty good. So this action figure looks great. The movement of the arms is limited, so that way you know that. And well, I can't even bring the foot further to be able to articulate it like tons, but so that is a little bit unfortunate. I will say that. Let's see what we can do to have it still dynamically posed, regardless of the fact that it is limited mobility. So that still looks really cool. So let me get them set up, and then we'll put them back over there. Alright, well honestly, this is kind of the pose that I would really like to have, and then have him like in a really cool action, like going forward like that, but the limited mobility of the ankle doesn't allow for me to bring the ankle forward to hold him very well. Now that still looks cool, but that means I'm going to need a little plastic plate to hold him there so that I could hold that. And since, you know what, I probably don't have one readily available, I'm going to see if I can just lean him over, or or just change the pose to something more that's standing up. So let's see. Let's see if he'll just stand there. That looks cool, but I don't want him like going away. So you know what? Let's put him right here then. We'll actually go this way this time. So we'll leave it like that. Very cool. All right. Let's move on to our next action figure. First time we go this way. And that next action figure is Captain America, also from the game The Avengers. It looks great. This is the other arm for the Joe Fixit Build-a-Figure. And this one also has 2 swappable hands and a different head. The shield looks great. Same artwork from the other one. And looks awesome. So here's who's in the set again. Looks pretty cool. And this Captain America looks pretty solid actually. So let's see what it says back here in the stealth suit. So, Stealth Captain America. Injected with an experimental super soldier serum, Steve Rogers has the peak potential of strength, endurance, and dexterity. And he looks really cool. I'm digging that Avengers logo that's back here, that's also back there. And let's get this open. Let's take a closer look. And alright. So we started playing the Avengers game. We got it, I think, the day it came out. And it's been really cool. I guess don't post any spoilers here in the comments, but haven't played it in a little bit and left off, but we're still trying to find out like what happened when he was murdered, what it appears like it. But since there's so many figures and posts and whatever of the suits and whatever, I'm like, Captain America can't be dead. Either way, check this out. This is the other arm. Here we are. We have the first 2, and look how big it is compared to this Captain America. It's huge. Pop him out. There we go. Awesome. Look at this other head. So I have a lot of paint bleeding there. Otherwise, look at this one. I do like that we have a little bit of different shades here. But I'm assuming that's supposed to be hair right there that's just not painted. But I do like this head. It looks cool. And maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll swap it out. Just pull and twist. There you go. And push and twist. There we go. And we'll put this one in here. And we'll see what sort of head and neck articulation we have. So you can move it a little bit like that. It is pretty tight to turn it around. Let's see, how far can we go backwards and forwards? Go pretty decent back, about forward. Alright, pretty decent forward too. So we can also do this. Okay, so we got pretty good articulation. Man, I'm really liking this sculpt. That looks pretty great actually. And so I'm digging that. I like his stealth armor. Look at that zipper. That is a legit zipper. Looks great. Let's see, this belt is actually not permanently affixed. And so we have a decent ab crunch right there. Doesn't really come super forward, but it moves really a lot back. Let's see. Again, we don't have amazing mobility with the shoulders. They do click as they turn, which that's good. But I would like them to come at least to a 90-degree angle. We're lucky if we get 45 here. Alright, let's see. Where does it turn? It turns right here where there's like a belt on this high part of the bicep. It's like a mirror image on both arms. Let's see. Double joints, right? Yes, but for some reason we're limited at how we can move it. Looks like we can move it into a 45-degree angle still, so that's good. Look, only this bottom part moves, so let me see if I can push this other one. Very good. Okay, cool. But this one is looser than this one. And let's see, the wrist goes around and back and forth, so that's cool. Same thing here. Look at the armor on his forearms. Yeah, I'm loving the detail on him. Looks like we can probably put the shield there. And let's see. It looks like he almost comes to 45-degree on the angle on the legs, but he doesn't. Let's see. We have double joints at the knees, so we're able to bring these in pretty good. I'm liking the detail on those knee guards right there, and it does turn on the high part of the thigh. And let's see, we can still articulate it pretty well, so it doesn't go any further back than that because it is restricted by that. And let's see the feet. So let's straighten this out. Don't get pinched here. Another opportunity to get pinched. Look. Okay. So, and these feet definitely articulate well. Look at that. Oops, I almost got pinched there. Look at these cool looking boots. So that looks great. And let's take a look at this shield. Come on, shield. So cool. Nothing new, but we have two positions. We have one right here, so we can pop this right there. Look at that. That looks cool. And then what we could also do is either have this in his hand. It's one way to hold it. Or we can pop this down and put this on his wrist. Look at this. Put it on this one. So, oof. Not holding there as well as I would have liked it to. There we go. So, oh, it fell again. Let's see what sort of, as I try to pose his legs, which are actually kind of tight to hold and pose. Let's see the hands that we have here. One's open and one's closed fist. So it looks like we have matching hands for these two. So give me a second, guys, and let me pose this bad boy up. Alright, so this will definitely work. Oop, you know what? I didn't even bother making sure his other leg was good. Okay, cool. Look at that. So this Captain America, definitely. I like this suit. Looks great. We'll set him up right over here. There we are. Very cool. Alright, let me see. You know what? Let's have him going that way, actually. Oops. I'm sorry. I moved his leg just a little bit and boom, now he doesn't stand. Perfect. Okay. So, let's move on to our next action figure. Who do we have next? Well, next we actually have Marvel's Falcon. And it looks pretty cool. Look at this. Looks pretty awesome, especially because this is, you know, throwback to the comic book. And got some nice artwork right here on the side. It's a mirror image. And look how cool that looks. And I'm thinking these are kind of like the Vulture wings from the latest Vulture that we have in the comics, but of course not green. So, and they're kind of see-through because I was like, that looks really cool. Almost looks like rock candy. This is in the set again, and he comes with the left leg. Okay, let's see what it says about Marvel's Falcon. It says, Marvel's Falcon. Sam Wilson soars through the skies, dispensing justice and restoring faith in humanity. Alright, let's get him on out. Look, he's got butterfly joints right here. And hopefully that means that he's got great articulation. The two ones we just did have had a little bit of limited articulation, which was, you know, something we wouldn't have known until we actually got him open. But, alright, let's see what we got here for Sam Wilson. Oh, cool. Look at that. I love how they're see-through, actually. Let's take out this Build-a-Figure leg. Cool shoes, look at that. And this leg is not tons taller than his. So I'm just throwing that out there. Here's the wings. And let me make sure I don't confuse them. Let's get this action figure out. And in this one, do we want the 2 fists? Or do we want the soaring through the air hands? 'Cause that's what these look like right here. See that? They even have fingernails. There we go. And here we got 2 pretty good, pretty well sculpted hands. So let's get closer. Let's take a look. Let's see what head articulation we have here. I'm really digging the sculpt. Of course, we have a little bit of artifacts right here and some paint bleed, but it actually looks pretty good. Let's see. There we go. We got some good head and neck articulation like I would have wanted for our Iron Man. And it comes pretty far back and forward. Look at that. You can push it out and in. You can tilt it a little bit. And the arms do move out and in. Look at that. With a pretty good butterfly joint. The arms do go all the way around and click a little bit. And let's see. Oof. Let's see. I'm trying to get the shoulder itself to move, not the butterfly joint. And it's not moving. There we go. And like apply a little bit of pressure. There we go. So we have the arm out. I guess I'll try down. And be careful because you don't want to crack it right here where there's the bicep. So I'm just gonna rock it a little. See how this one's okay. Let's push it in and down. Nope. Nope. And I feel a lot of stress on it. So let me bring this one back down. There we go. Did that loosen it up a little bit? It did. Good. Move it just a little bit more. Awesome. So it moves right here above the bicep, and these are 2 slightly different color plastics. Look at that. Notice that. We have double joints right here at the elbow, and that means the arm comes almost all the way in. Ooh, look. I hope that didn't happen right now. Which it could have. And then here are the slots where the wings are gonna go. Got almost a mirror image right here, like these golden cuffs right here for the arms. We have a pretty decent ab sculpt. I'm sorry, not sculpt. Crunch right here. Sculpt is okay. We turns right here at the waist, and let's see, the legs almost. No, I was gonna say almost, but no, they don't come all the way up, but they do move well enough forward. They move a decent amount back. Turn to the high part of the thigh. And double joint right here on the legs. And of course, this is a familiar body sculpt we've seen, except with the butterfly joints here. Now, these legs did get pretty loose right away. Look at this. This is like effortless now. So, the joints got fairly loose after just moving them a little bit. Here's the boots. They look pretty good. Got good articulation. The only one that never really loosened up was this shoulder, which I might have to deal with because I'd rather deal with it than break. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at that. I got stuck again. So just so you know, I applied all the pressure I could still on the shoulder instead of pushing here on the bicep. This will break it. This will alleviate a lot of the pressure we're trying. So it's like both. You see that? So okay, back and just apply the pressure a couple of times to really loosen it. Look at that. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Took a couple times, but now we're good. Now we're good. Look at that. Okay, good. So the arms go pretty far back. Look at that. And that's pretty awesome. All right. So look at these wings. I love how they're see-through. Look at that. The only thing is they don't look red anymore. They look more pink. But either way, because this looks very different than that. And then this piece right here. So let's take a look. this should just pop right on in right here. Clicks in, so that's cool. It's got a little bit of a lip. Look at that. Okay. There we go. And let's put this right here. And I would assume that would be it, because look, it looks cool like that. And all the way up to there, basically. There. Look at that. So it's the only way you can really put it. There we are. And here we are. Now, that was pretty epic in Avengers Endgame when he used his metal wings to stab that Goliath that the Chitauri brought. He was like, he's like screaming, so that looked really cool. So look at this, and let's make sure everything looks similar to that. But it definitely does. And look at this. So you can definitely have the wings up and out. Look at that. You can even show him soaring up like this. Look at that. So that's pretty awesome. And we can pose it in tons of different ways. They're more subtle, but still. There we go. Look at that. We can even have him posed like super strong like this. Look at that. I'm digging the way that looks. So let me know what you think. Very cool. Alright, let's get him posed up and just, you know what? I really like this strong pose right here where he's like looking someone down, so we might keep it. Okay, give me a second. Okay, and this will work for me because he's definitely like staring someone down and ready to jump into action. So it's, you know, a little simple and more on the understated side, but that's what I'm going for here. Just a strong pose. Look at this. Very nice. Okay, let's move on to our next action figure since we're halfway through already. Let's see who we got. Okay, and next we have Marvel's Jocasta, or Jocasta, depending on how you prefer to pronounce it. But looks pretty sick with that whole silver looking metallic body. And then look at these almost like spell casting hands right here using powers. So looks awesome. Look at this art right here, and I believe it's the same picture both sides. It's not even a mirror image, it's the exact same one twice, and then that's almost the same pose. It's just different facial expressions. So let's see what it says back here, which this one actually comes with number 4, which is the chest and midsection for Joe Fixit. It says Jocasta. Jocasta's superhuman force fields and electromagnetic beams make her a valuable ally of the Avengers. And that's what she's doing over here with the hands. Now, unfortunately, those are the only accessories with this action figure. Would have been nice to get more, or a different head sculpt, something. Or maybe even showing what would look like her using her powers, but alas, it was not to be. So let's get it open and check it out. This one was one that we did not find right away. It took a little bit. And look, nothing here but just a cool like burst blue. Okay. Look at this fine suit and paisley tie for Joe Fixit. Very cool. Look how big it is compared to her. And bust her on out. Now let's see these hands. tape right here. So maybe I'll swap these out. So I think I would much rather have that than have her clenching fists. Twist and pull, but make sure you hold this part. There we go. Wow, it's because it took a lot of force. It was like really stuck in there. There we go. Ugh, man, those were a lot harder to take out than I had hoped. Put this back on right here. Set them up right there. And let's put these away in here. Now they're a lot smaller, but we can still have the tape going over them. Very cool. And look at these hands. So it's like a mirror image on both. What we gotta do is push and twist. And be careful, you wanna really put your thumb in there and over here so you don't crack these fingers off. There you go, and twist. Okay, cool. Let's get closer. Let's take a look at this head sculpt. And it looks cool. And got some Ahsoka vibes going. And let's see. It is softer plastic than I thought. Look at that, because we can move it a little bit. Very cool. Okay, so let's see. We can move the head not so much. Look at that. Because it is limited. We can turn it well, and it goes this much up and down. Let's see. We got a pretty good amount of mobility here, where it would be under the rib cage. Since we don't turn at the waist, we are missing some, like, we have some paint bleed right here from the silver. So this is where we do all the mobility there. Let's see. The shoulders move pretty smooth. Let's see, do they move out well? Yes, they do. They move out very well. Look at that. But again, you're going to want to place the pressure on the shoulder and not on the bicep, because look, I'm trying to pull it and look how it's already moving that way, and you don't want it to break. So make sure you're applying pressure to the shoulder when you move it. Let's see, single joint here at the elbow. There you go, because it was a little stuck. Can we move into a full 90-degree bend? Looks like we can. Cool. Ugh, but look, the whole thing was moving out instead of bending. There we are. Again, apply the pressure here and not here. And then the wrist do turn and move in and out. Okay. So there's the whole bodysuit. And let's see, we got a different color plastic for the legs here than we do right here for the high part of the hip and the thigh. So it turns right here. It's more metallic looking here. We got double joints right here on the legs. And then we got great articulation for pointing and flexing and pivoting the feet. Look at that. We don't have a lot of detail as far as that goes, but we have that. And then we have this, which is just kind of loose on there. But it will stay if you push it high enough. So obviously a similar body sculpt for the female figures that we typically started getting. This one's, you know, a little more on the muscular side. And yeah, but we do have different color silvers. Then this one's more gray and this one's more silver, if you noticed. So okay, let's see what we can do here. Since there's not a whole lot of crazy action poses, but let's see if we can do something like that. So, oh, that one has the arm down, so give me a second. All right, and this one's gonna be simple also, because it's really just using the powers. Look at that. So give her a strong stance. And there we go. All right. So let's see, set her up right here. And that'll work. That looks great. Okay, let's move on. And we have two more, and then our Build-A-Figure. So So we're gonna do Marvel's Kang. And this one looks really cool, actually. Really cool. And so, here's the box. The art looks like it's mirror image, but looks great. Look at that. This Joe Fixit Build-a-Figure series looks great. Look at that, we have different hands to swap out and one to hold this gun. So that looks awesome. And let's see what it says back here. Number 5 comes with the right leg. And it says, Marvel's Kang. Born in the 31st century, Kang employs time travel and hyper-sophisticated technology to conquer all of time. Yep, let's get him open. Looks cool. Hardest one to find. Let's get him open. Very cool. Okay, let's set that aside and let's take a look. Let's get this other Joe Fixit leg and foot out. Cool. Look at this weapon. It's actually softer whoa, really just here, because over here it bends barely, but over here it's like, be careful. And they start him off with 2 fists, so clearly I'm going to swap that out. Wow, I really like this texture here. All right, we'll take a look at that second then. Let's look at this sculpt. The sculpt looks great. So first of all, let's look at this head sculpt. This looks pretty amazing. You know, the paint's a little coming off over here, a little bleeding off to the side, but you know, the sculpt is incredible. Look at that. Awesome. Let's see the head articulation. It's almost non-existent. It obviously turns, but as far as going back, okay, there, I got it to go a little bit more back. I was like, that can't be it. There we go. Okay, maybe it's just stuck, because that looks pretty crazy right there. Look, be like, okay, good. It's able to get it to move a little bit more, but it is restricted by this helmet. Look. Okay, awesome. So the arms, and look, this is actually kind of a soft plastic. And I love the texture because it definitely looks like cloth. The arms, and you know what? I was gonna say, does it come off? You might be able to slide it off, but I don't think we want to. The arms, let's see. Nice chunky build right there. Look at that. Does not turn at the biceps, so you can use the whole upper arm to move. He's already built in with his sleeve wrinkles. Look at that. Zoom out here. Okay. We have, is it a single joint right here? I guess so. I was like, looks like a double joint, like a hidden double joint, but I can't be certain. Okay, so you can definitely bring the arms in slightly more than a 90-degree angle. The wrists do turn and pivot. Let's see, you can turn him. He's probably got like almost like a ball joint right here on the waist, because that's how he moves and turns, and that's how he crunches, so that's interesting. And the legs, they have pretty good articulation actually. Look at that. And it moves the high part of the thigh, but which is behind the boot. Look at that. We got great double joints at the knees. Look at that, great articulation. The boots look amazing, and great articulation here at the ankle. And let me just say, the sculpt, I can't get enough, say enough about it. This figure looks absolutely bonkers. Looks great. And let's, oops, there, I'm trying to zoom out. Again, look at this gun looking here. Looks like we only have one to hold the gun. It's the left hand. So we have no choice. They just picked that for us. So we can't hold it in the right hand. And then I'm gonna put this one as the right hand, replace that there. twist and pull for this one. There we go. And this one's gonna go here. Look at that. We can probably just have to get creative about how we jam this in there. But because I definitely don't want to break the fingers. So I'm going to use the broad, dull end of this butter knife to kind of just pry a little bit. And I'm going to jam that in there backwards. Look at that. And then put the finger in there and pull this other one out. Oof, it got stuck. Let's do this one more time. So pull the thumb back a little bit and pull these forward a little bit, and that should be good. Oops, did it backwards. Sorry guys, making you watch this boring part, but there we go. Why isn't it going further in there? There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, that looks great. It's kind of an awkward gun to put in there. So let's get him to see how I want to pose with this. And then him moving like all the way down here is actually a little more awkward than I thought it was. Let me get a better pose here. Okay, cool. And he was a little bit more tricky to pose than you can first tell. The legs are a little bit looser, and then it's odd that he poses all the way down here. So and then the arms are restricted by this a little bit, so I can't really bring the arms tremendously far in, because what I wanted to do was have this one holding this. Look, so I think that would be cool, right? But it doesn't fully reach. It pulls back out. So I'm like, that would have been cool. So either way, I really like the way this figure looks. It looks pretty awesome. We'll set him up right over here. Look at that. And I'll just leave him like that. Pose him up later. But otherwise, the figure looks great overall. There are some limitations with the articulation, honestly, on these 4 out of the 5 so far. But this one gets an E for effort, since they try to achieve a little bit more. And I love the sculpt. All right, let's see. Our last action figure. The very last one in this set before the Build-A-Figure, and it's Marvel's Thunderstrike. And it comes with a head for our Joe Fixit figure. And look at that hammer. And it comes with one accessory. I'm sorry, another hand, but just one. And so I guess 2 accessories. But it'd be nice if it would have come with another head instead of just the one that's yelling. But take a look at this art right here. Looks pretty cool. The same picture, mirror image. And let's see how this one turns out. Let's see what it says about Marvel's Thunderstrike. Kevin Masterson follows in the noble footsteps of his idol Thor, because the world still needs heroes. I don't know how I'm feeling about the way that jacket looks, but you know, I didn't think too much about it here. But let's take a look. Let's see. Hopefully it's a lot cooler than it first looks. So let's bust it on out. And I really love that blue. That's why I keep showing that. Here is our Build-A-Figure head. You be careful pushing it out. Kind of stuck in there in a weird way. That's why I pushed part of it out first, and I didn't want to rip or crack that. Depending on how hard it was. Let's get this hammer out. I don't know if I need this fist. We'll leave that in there. And let's take him out. with all his ponytail glory. So let me set this aside. And let's see. It's getting closer here. Let's see how this looks. Let's see our head sculpt. It's alright. We probably can get this a little cleared up with this blue that's right here. So we have a little bit of glue coming out right there. And then be careful because you can break off ponytails. Look, he has a scrunchie. A blue scrunchie. Alright, let's see. The head moves pretty well forward and back, but again, I want to be careful here because it will rip off. This is definitely a soft plastic and it looks cool. The belt, maybe that'd be cool if it was painted black, but overall that looks cool. Let's see. This body sculpt, the ab crunches slightly right here below the ribs, right there, and that's where he turns. He does not turn at the waist. This belt is off center and probably just kind of placed on there. Yep, because it's not like permanently glued down or anything. The legs do come pretty far up, considering, look, I think he might actually come to a 90-degree angle, or almost 90-degree angle. Let's see. The arms turn, they're clicking. Let's see. We do get some decent, oops, look at that. You could see that. That was a disaster waiting to happen there. So I'm pushing in the shoulder. We do get some pretty good mobility here. It's nice and tight, the mobility. Slightly different color plastic here. Double joints at the elbow is good because the wrist is able to come in. The arm is able to come in pretty well. This is not glued, they are loose. And arm goes back and forth there, or up and down. This one goes back and forth. There we go, and they both spin. So I guess that's cool because here's this hammer. So that's cool. And when he has it, I guess he's gonna want to point it a little bit. So we're gonna do the same thing we just did with the other action figures. Kind of jam this in here and kind of push it out, but we don't want to break it. So it'll give us like a couple seconds of it kind of being open. There we go. And so if we can get the arm straight, which we are, and we're able to bring this up or out, so that's cool. I definitely dig in that. And then, yeah, that's cool. So I don't know about the yellow belt, but otherwise we move in the high part of the thigh. These are definitely some big muscular legs. Look, we got double joints at the knees, and that was hard to move. But it does stay pretty solid. Cool boots. Look at that. A little bit more paint to give it kind of a, maybe a metal edge or whatever. That would look cool, and not just solid brown. That's something that we can add. And the ankles move really well. Look at that. Very cool. Okay. Let me zoom out. A little silver would have been nice. And come over here. We can, there we go. Have him kind of like looking up toward that. That would be awesome. And yeah, you know what? That looks pretty mean right there, pretty fierce. There we go. You know what? I think I like it better in than just extended like that, because it would look cool in an action shot. Alright, very nice. So let's give him in a pose where he's gonna be ready to jump into action. Look at that. And yeah, give me a second. So I'm actually not sure if I would want this collar popped or if I want to just maybe glue it down. I know there's a lot of, it's forcing it up right here, but I think I would like it better if it wasn't popped. But either way, this looks cool. And yeah, This figure does look pretty awesome. And we'll set him up right on over here. Look at that. Wow. There are all the figures in this set. Pretty cool. And we have our Build-A-Figure right here. So what do you say we move on to that? All right. And now for the part you've been waiting for. We are going to move on to our Build-A-Figure, Joe Fixit. And let's get everything set up right here. And we have the arms right here. So that's cool. And you know what, let me let's see what this looks like a little closer for a second. Boom. Just enough to get a picture. All right, now let's start building. And just in case you missed it, you jumped to the end, whatever, here's who was in the set, and here's the corresponding pieces. Very cool. All right, so let's pop these legs on, push and twist. I probably want to hold it down here. There's usually a click, or you can hear it kind of like hit right here. So here we are. Make sure you get a good grip and twist, twist, twist. Okay, good. Oh, it's still tight on there. Very nice. Look at that. Let's put that in there. There, that one clicked. Let's see this one. That one clicked. Cool. And let's pop this head on and look. This barely moves like that. Oh, look how this is barely attached like that. Okay. And let's get this to click. Well, it sure didn't click. But I'm pretty sure it's on there. Look at that. All right. Let's get a little bit closer. And look at this head sculpt. Wow, looks pretty good. Digging that, I'm digging the hair, digging the little feathers. The paint is actually crooked. Look at that. That's unfortunate, but it's all right. That's not something I could catch from without opening the box. Let's see, the tie is not attached, right? It's actually loose. That's kind of cool. Pocket square is just painted on, but it is sculpted. So this suit looks pretty cool. The arm clicks as it turns. Let's see how far out it'll go. It'll go this far out. So that's pretty awesome. Man, these are some smooth joints, let me tell you. And this 90-degree angle we can get from the arm. Look at this fist. So this is pretty awesome. Look at that. And we do turn at the waist and slightly crunch there. Let's see. The legs only come out forward about that much and only out about that much. Okay, so the knees is a single joint and it only bends that much. It's a big chunky knee, but it only bends that much. And then we have some decent articulation of the feet, considering it is restricted right here with this cuff, because this is not a soft plastic, it's hard plastic. So let's stand him up. This is soft plastic. His suit jacket. And I wish we had more hands that we could swap out. That would be super awesome. But otherwise, he's just holding a fist everywhere. But it looks cool. And I'm going to show you just how cool he does look. Let me see how tall he is next to typical Marvel Legends 6-inch action figure. That should show you right there. You know what? Let me see who else I can compare him to. Give me a second. I figured, you know what? It might be this sculpt. So let's bring out this Kingpin, but it's slightly not. Oops. Everything's falling off. It's actually slightly not, because the Kingpin's more like This Joe Fixit's taller and slimmer. Let's call it that. So, but that is a pretty good comparison. Look at that. Okay, let's see who else we can compare it to. Look at this Avengers Endgame Hulk. Doesn't that look awesome? So, boom. So, definitely around the same size. This one's probably a little taller, but look at that. And let's compare them to just, you know, one or two more. These are all Build-A-Figures, obviously. Look at this Abomination. So this huge Gamerverse Abomination, he's even bigger than that. So, than him. So I actually thought it'd be about the same size, but no, this Abomination is huge. Look at that. You know what? What about Ant-Man as Giant Man? Let's see if I got him right here. Ant-Man as Giant Man. Okay, so he's taller than all of them. Look at that. So, alright, that's cool. I'm gonna set them aside and wrap this up, because guys, it's definitely been awesome hanging out with you here today. And this Joe Fixit wave has been pretty awesome. So, check that out. Guess I'll just set them up one more time and then say goodbye. But I really want to thank you for hanging out with us here today, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me know what you think about this. They look absolutely incredible. Look at that. What a great lineup. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us here today. If you're not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where in the world you're watching from. And if you love Avengers and Marvel Legends, give us a big thumbs up. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. Peace.